Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. So I have just finished my last painting of all the lessons, all the painting lessons from the art course I'm doing called the Mastery Programme, run by the Milan Art Institute. So the last lesson was using pigment powders, which I've done in this, and I'll probably be showing you clips of that through the video today. And that's it, that's the last one. Oh. So from now on, it is the portfolio section. This is where we build work that's at a professional level to take to potential galleries, which is really flipping scary. But I'll tell you what's a little bit more scary. We are encouraged to sell our work that we've done so far to pay for the course, to pay for art materials. And so I'm preparing them today as well. So I've got some large paintings to mount onto board that arrived yesterday, so I've got that to do. And I'll be doing that in today's video as well, getting all that ready. Well, I hope you enjoy watching. So this is an interesting one I'm beginning because I'm using AI for the first time to create my source. This is the original picture, this one here of Jude. I don't know if you watched the video where we did this photo shoot a couple of years ago. So this was at Nunney Castle, but this is sort of what I was saying in my Cornwall video, how different the photography needs to be from taking photos for the threads of a fairy tale listing so that people can see the dress clearly so they know what they're buying, to creating a photograph for a painting. It's quite different, mainly because the thing that I've gravitated towards is having a figure within a landscape, not just the figure. I think that would look nice as a painting just like that, but I wanted to incorporate a bit more of a story, a bit more of a landscape, partly because I enjoy doing sort of semi-abstract landscapes as well, so I wanted to incorporate them. But all my photographs were portraits. I have no idea what's to the left or right of this. I've got lots of different pictures of different poses, but nothing showing the broader picture. So we turned to AI, and Chris showed me how to do this last night. And look, this is what AI in Photoshop created for me to fill in the gaps. I mean, for some weird reason there's like a walkway or a train or something up in the distance, but that's given me such a good starting point for my painting. This wall over here is just perfect because I wanted a wall with a window. Later in the picture I'm going to paint butterflies coming out of the window. Originally my plan was to have a tree coming out of the window, but I've changed my mind on that. It creates a depth in the picture that I didn't have, you know. Even in real life this would have been closed off because we were in the central courtyard of the castle. Also, I didn't like this more modern uniform brickwork here, or stonework rather. So I just drew around it and let it fill in the gaps, and we got this here, which is just absolutely blooming perfect. We've even got little tufts of grass growing in between the stone. I absolutely love it. So turns out I need to learn Photoshop and how to use the AI, because I am not good at technology and computers. I'm really not, but this is going to be so helpful for me. A lot of this is going to be quite abstracted, particularly in the distance. I still need a starting point. I can't picture it. So yeah, I think this AI is going to be quite a good, useful tool for me. So there we are. I just thought I'd mention that. That's an interesting bit of something different that I'm doing for this picture. The other thing that I'm doing differently is I'm going to try Brusho. Okay, random interruption because I just had to go and get a battery. Just look at the colours in the sky. They go from this vivid, really vivid peach all the way down, and then you've got those fluffy ones right in the distance. Yeah, I just thought they were beautiful. So we've got Brusho from Colourcraft. Creates bursts of vibrant colour for backgrounds. So it's literally just a powder, and you can sprinkle it on, or you create paint before using it. So I'll be trying to get interesting effects, so I'm going to sprinkle it. I need a sort of brown. Does it come with a brown or grey for the stonework? So anyway, we've got some of these. I'll be opening these and trying these for the first time. That'll be interesting. I've also got, which I bought from eBay, Lindy's Magicals Nantucket Pearls collection. And I've also got these two, which Glamour Pigment Gold and Glamour Pigment Burnt Umber. So I might use the Burnt Umber. You've got to be careful. I can see myself getting quite carried away with the pearlescent. I didn't realise, but now I've turned the light on. Can you see? Turns out I've used a metallic spray here that I didn't even know I was using. So that's actually gone really prettily in with the other colours in the background. Goodness, that took a really long time. I feel like I've been doing this for hours. Well, I'm trying things out so you don't have to. And I've done a lot of research into how to display mixed media and watercolour paintings without needing to use glass. I really dislike having pictures on display with a glass frame. I just really do. Like, I'm looking at my Degas ballerinas and all I can see is the reflection of this light. I cannot see the painting at all. And you may have seen the problems I had trying to display the pastel painting I bought recently. And so I've been doing lots of research and now I'm practicing things out for real. So all the paper mixed media paintings that I've done that I think are worth putting the effort into, and plus a couple of practice pieces. So yeah, I've been gluing onto backing boards. Oh my goodness. I mean, it might have been easier if I had one of these massive studios with great big tables, but I don't. So I was sitting on the floor the whole time. My back's now hurting. The room stinks of glue. I don't think I'm going to be doing this again. No, in future I will spend the extra money on buying the big watercolour boards. I have a couple of A3 pads actually, which I'm going to be using shortly, and these pieces were ones I was learning with and practicing with and finding my style and that sort of thing. So it's all been a worthwhile thing to try because I do like paper, I do like using paper. But having said that, the canvas boards that I've been using have been working quite well, so I think I will carry on with them, probably mostly on the whole. They're a bit cheaper than the watercolour paper boards as well. So yeah, surprising how much these things cost. And when you're at my stage and you're not at the point where you know it's going to be sellable, you know you're going to get your money back, it's yeah, balancing out everything. So anyway, I'm babbling on. So the paintings are weighted down to dry overnight, and probably tomorrow, if not the day after, I will varnish them and have a good practice with that too. So this is my setup. So today I'm taking pictures of everything. I've got a white sheet up there to be my reflector because it's actually quite a dark grey day with a bit of drizzle in the air. I'm determined to get this done, and by the window there the light is pretty good actually. It's quite a nice flat diffused light. I'm not going to be putting these on a website or anything. I'd just like to have good pictures as a record for the future. And you never know, if prints are requested, then at least I've got the images as a possibility. So the next step for the whole process of getting these pictures ready is my signature. And I remembered in this sketchbook about a year ago I did a cheeky little practice of my signature. Do you know, like you did when you were at school? And I realised I haven't actually shown you this sketchbook. It's one I did it's one I started I think at the beginning of last year. I don't know if I dated any of these, but I was doing experiments basically with all the different mixed media and trying new products and that sort of thing. And I thought you might like to see it. The whole process of most of these is on Patreon. If you get bored over Christmas, perhaps a nice thing to do between Christmas Day and New Year or something, when you're sort of hanging about or need a little bit of entertainment in these cold evenings, then there is my Patreon to think about. It's £15 currently. I don't know what you actually pay because I know they take a fee or they put the VAT on it or something, but anyway, I think it's £15. It's just a backlog of everything I did for Patreon for about a year, so it's about 65 videos or something, and it's not updated anymore. I think I'm going to change that next year. I might restart it again, but in the meantime it's just sort of sitting there as a back catalogue, I suppose, if you want to see the process of some of these. Anyway, I think I'm going to put you on my overhead thingy and show you this sketchbook. It's not completely full, in fact it's probably only about halfway, but I thought now's a good time as any, and if I leave it too much longer my style and processes will have completely moved on, and hopefully my skills as well. So let's show you this now. So this is Winsor & Newton. It's not watercolour paper. Oh, it says here A5 170 GSM heavyweight sketchbook. It's annoying, all my notes are on the back. Perhaps I should go backwards. Let's go backwards, it'll make it easier. Oh dear. So this was testing out my glass dip pen for the first time with Indian ink, seeing if there was any water bleeding, and there isn't. This was just some charcoal drawings. I think it was just having a go at a butterfly before I did it in my main picture of Glastonbury tour. Trying different black drawing mediums. Pencils, carbon sticks, charcoal pencil, charcoal stick, willow charcoal, all that sort of thing. That's trying graphitone, which is like a water-soluble graphite. This one is Derwent water-soluble sketching pencils and some willow charcoal blended with water. That's willow charcoal blended with water. Derwent wash sketching pencils. Oh, I didn't make any notes for this one, but this is trying the golden acrylic, so I think maybe with watercolour over the top. That's gouache and various other mixed media. That's gouache. That one's acrylics. That's mainly acrylic using a palette knife. That's using graphitone and watercolour. That's a mix of oil pastel and watercolour. That is graphitint pencils and paints. I love these tones. That's graphitint paint. These are from Derwent, by the way. That's graphitone and water-soluble crayons. Water-soluble graphite, water-soluble crayons. And what was the last one? And oil pastels. Oh, it's getting a bit boring saying what they all are. Let's just flick through. I do like my daffodil. And the lily. This is from a bouquet that I think Jude's boyfriend bought for her, actually. And there we are. That's it. Anyway, this is the page I found with me practicing my signature. I like that, nice and swirly, I think. Oh, that one's circled. I think that's the one I've set upon. Yeah, there we go. There's my signature. So I'm going to now put that on my paintings. This is a bit nerve-wracking, I'll be honest. I won't do them all today because I'm very busy. I'm just going to do the ones that need varnishing so I can get on with the varnish. so nervous. So I'm going to be using the retouching varnish on the oil paints, on the oil paintings I should say, and the satin varnish on the mixed media ones without oil paint. Both Winsor & Newton Professional. So these are good ones. I've done a lot of research. I did my test piece on the paper with this one. And I don't know if you remember, it was a while ago now, it was in the summer, but I was disappointed because the paper really wrinkled. So that's why I backed all the others on card, which I think was a good idea to do anyway. But that test sheet has now flattened out. It has been tucked back in my portfolio, that's all, and now it's completely flat again, so that's useful to know for the future. Right, let's get them then. At last we have a day where it's not raining, fingers crossed, so we can actually do this. Oh, remember those days when your glasses used to steam up in seconds? Oh, I don't miss it at all. Oh my god, can't see a thing. Thank God we don't have to do that anymore. So now I've got paintings spread everywhere while I wait for the varnish to dry. Good job it's not windy either today. So I think I'm at the stage now where I'm just going to be doing a few finishing touches. From a distance, she just doesn't stand out very well. So I'm going to create a bit more contrast around her face, work on her eyes a little bit. She looks a bit demonic at the moment. And work on the fabric. It's okay, but I'm not overly happy with those shadows and highlights. I feel like they need to be blended out a bit, or something's not looking refined enough there. I like the fact that you can't see the butterflies from a distance. I like the fact that it's only up close that you see them, and only up even closer you can see the patterns on them. And in the end, the effect I got with the rollers was alright. I was a bit worried when I first did this bit, these blotches, and I was even a bit worried when I did the black up here, which wasn't meant to be black. That was burnt umber on one side of my palette and a blue, I can't remember which blue, on the other side, and it just mixed and made black, but never mind. I think that added the abstracted background element that I was after. Okay, let's see if I can finish this evening. Hello, it's editing me from the future here. I realised I hadn't filmed an ending, and actually I had some news today that goes pretty well with the things that I've been showing you in this video. I've got 2 pieces accepted into a group exhibition. Yeah, it's so exciting. I saw this open call. I submitted 4 pieces and they've accepted 2 of them. It is Where Chrysanthemums Grow and Tempted to Step in the Circle. So I need to get frames and write labels, which is exciting and a bit nerve-wracking as well. But the exhibition is going to be at the Art Bank in Shepton Mallet. It is this such a cool place. I mean, it's an art exhibition space, but it's also where they do lots of workshops. There's a bar and a cafe there. There's like, they do live music quite often, and it's just an amazingly cool arty place, and I'm really honoured that this is my first exhibition. Yeah, I still can't quite believe it, I'll be honest. So it opens on the evening of Thursday the 7th of December. I don't know if this video is going to go up in time, and I'll be honest, I don't know how long the exhibition runs for. If I know by the time I'm finished editing this, I'll put it up on screen now. So if you'd like to come and have a look in person, that would be absolutely lovely. Anyway, I will finish the video there. It will be in at least 2 or 3 videos time where I actually show the exhibition, because once again I've fallen behind in my videos and editing, but please stick around for that. Anyway, thank you for being here and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.